Okay, guys, divine minded and personal goals. What do we what do you think that would be? What do you guys think? So for me, it's more about to talk about it's about you feeling that feeling of this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, this is who I want to become, this is what I'm working for, this is what, like, that's like the entirety of what and who you want to be, your pursuits, your goals, your ambitions. That is your personal goal. But when we look at the divine mandate, it's more about to talk about, okay, is this actually what I'm meant to be? Is this actually why I was created? Is this actually what I am meant to become? That is my understanding on this topic, because oftentimes a lot of us keep pursuing things, and one of the question it would be, is this one is just more of a personal reflection, is this actually what we're meant to do? Have you had that silent time where you ask yourself question, is this what I'm actually meant to become? So basically that's what we want to talk about today, and maybe look at the various ways whereby we can also help ourselves in tackling that uncertainty, you know. um no no so your cough labata this thing, no so your cough labata ife no. Yeah, sorry, I was just speaking to someone. Yeah, so basically that's it, because a lot of us have a lot of ambitions and goal. Part of the things that I think that why I'm doing this, I would say this part, for me, I will speak about one reason why I'm doing this, why I have this forum, why I have this community in all. I can think of, I can think of here, I can think of, um because of restrictions in this, like in TT, I can't mention the other platforms, but all those platforms that I've been in, I didn't just start it. It's just more about that inner thing that you feel like it refused to go. It's as if your mind is pricking you. You know, when you feel somehow you wanted to do something, but you're not doing it, and you don't just have peace about it. You just feel that there's something lacking, but you can't really point out what it is. So that is what it is, really. That is what it is. So do you think you're at that point whereby you've thought about divine mandate and personal goal, and have you ever pondered if you're doing what you're meant to actually do? Because sometimes I've heard some people say that sometimes it is boring. Sometimes I've heard people, hi YouTube people. Oh, that's my first time to go live over there, and I'm seeing like 7 persons. So that's actually what we're talking about: divine mandate and personal goal. What do you actually think about it? Rich, because you've been a consistent person that have come to this life, I will come to you first. Mark Rich, I'm going to just turn off my mic and I'll allow you to speak. So what do you think about this topic? Then we can start off.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Depending on where you're joining, depending on where you're streaming from where I am, it's afternoon. So it's actually an interesting topic. Reasons being that not just only interesting, but it's also educational, and it's a life changing,
Hi, and
intentional
for those who are on YouTube,
topic as well.
yes,
We're going
so
to
we
really
have
get
guest
involved in
speakers who are
experience.
currently on
You
TT,
get to learn,
TikTok.
and it helps you to make
So
some decisions
I
probably
don't know if you can hear
that
him,
would
but
have not
yeah.
made decisions in the past. Okay, now personal growth, like
I hope you can
you
hear
asked,
him.
it has to do with what one wants to be, like you have rightly said. It has to do with one's desires of life. It has to do with things you set straight for yourself that this phase, this particular levels of life, I'm going to be achieving them.
Mm-hmm.
And it is not just a thing for you to just say that I want to achieve. One thing is to have a desire for a thing, and another is to chase that thing, like having a goal of itself as described by you and working towards achieving that goal. So when you say personal goals, it has to do with something that it is literally not common, something that other persons probably are doing but in a different way, through a different approach, and or maybe some have also achieved them, but this has to do with you. This particular desire, it's your own desire, and you wish to make it come to
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
So it has to do with what you want and how you want to go about it. And if you have uh, the willingness, if you are well equipped psychologically and in different ways, maybe it has to do with your skills, your spiritual skills, your physical skills, and your mental skills.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some can as well revolve around your academic skills. So this possibly could be ways of you achieving those goals. That's a little I can speak about personal goals. Then the other one you talked about is divine mandate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Divine mandate. First and foremost, you what's have to say what is the meaning of the word mandate? Mandate. It has to do with you having something
Hello, hi,
you
welcome to the live.
are
Hello.
demanding yourself to do, something you must have to do, something that it's somehow one can say it has a kind of connection with goods, though. But this, once you put the word divine, divine itself in a religious way, for those of us who are religious, we
Mm-hmm.
say it has to do with divinity, it has to do with God, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a divine mandate, it is something literally that it's not common. It is not common mentally, it's not physically common, and it has a little bit of spirituality, but not
Mm-hmm.
completely spiritualities. But
Mm-hmm.
for those who are spiritual like us, we say that it's almost like you wanting to do that particular thing you think you are required to do, you need to do, and you must work towards it in
Mm-hmm.
every aspect necessary to achieving it. Uh, I wasn't really prepared for this, but a little bit, this is what I have to contribute. I might still add to what I've said later because I'm actually walking down the walkway, and this is a little I can say for now. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's basically that's what I asked last week. I think from last week you had more people. We had more people from last week, and that was the question I asked. Maybe in the future we could just explore how we can give options, probably to introduce what we might discuss the following week. Thereby you can we can think about it. You can think about it. What do you mean by your measurement is perfect? Frosting philosopher, your purpose is clear. Human electricity grid. What's all that? Books. I don't know what you mean by all that though. But yeah, yeah. Okay. So basically, that's it. Really, we're just trying to find out how we can differentiate between divine minded and our call for reality, what we desire to become and to achieve in life. So most times we have some visions that we individually want to go and achieve. We have some individual dreams that we want to really get. But again, the question is, for example, you are manufacturing something and you want this thing to be in a certain way, to do a certain thing, but after you have created it and you've manufactured it, this same thing started like doing something different. Let's say for those who makes AI, they program this AI to actually do, probably, I don't know, anything at all, maybe to help people to do a certain thing, but again, after you've created it, it's not doing the exact thing that it's meant to be. rather pursuing other things. So this is something we find more often with humans, and which I think is something we are not talking about enough. We have dreams when we're growing up. You have big vision, you want to do this, you want to do that, and at the end of the day you feel that you've achieved these things that you've actually put out for. But the question is this actually what your creator, is this actually what we are meant to do for humanity? And part of the things that I would say here is, and I feel, because even if you decide not to do that particular dream that you have in mind, you still not have that peace. I don't know for all that people, I don't know, but for me, if I want to do something, you know how your mind will always go back to it, no matter how you try to do something else, you just, it's like a default, you keep going back to the same thing, and you feel like, actually I can actually I can actually do it, so all of these are something that I feel we can still join together. we can do we can actually do the two things together. And sometimes it could be that what you're doing is even kind of linked to what you're meant to do. And because it is linked, it is easier for you to manage it. It is easier for you to manage it. So, for us to really feel like as being part of our dream and part of, because it's about having that fulfillment, feeling that fulfilled is what is really important to us. So if we are feeling fulfilled that we are doing what you're meant to do, how about your dreams? Are we also feeling fulfilled over our dreams? Again, that's another thing. Are we also feeling fulfilled over our dreams? So let's just ponder over it and think about how we feel about our dreams, our visions, and all. So, in all of it, combining your vision and your dream, how do you think we can control it? Because combining those two things are like a very big responsibility for you. It's not like it's not doable, it is doable. The point is, can we actually make it happen? Can we actually make it effective? Can we actually bring it to the point where it's manageable? Sorry, just woke up. What's the topic today? So our topic today is a bit different. Treated a bit different. Um. Well, sorry. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Yeah. So our topic today is really a bit different. We're speaking about how you can combine. Okay, so it's more about your divine mandate versus personal goals, personal ambition. We know we have plans and dreams, ambitions, goals. The question is, have we pondered to know that thing that we are pursuing is the right thing that we are meant to be? Is that the right thing that we are meant to become? Is that what our creator actually wants us to be? Is that what we've been programmed to become? So that's what we're talking about today. And I think I've sent you an invite, isn't it? Okay, I'll send that again. Baesa perfume plug, I think you went that invite. You can still send that again. You can send me an invite, a request rather, or I can just send you an one again. Yeah. So basically, that's what we're talking about. And what I'm saying is that I feel that is doable, that you can actually combine the two. You can combine, being pursuing your visions, because sometimes some people, even with that vision, if you don't do it, you will not feel happy. You won't feel happy, you won't. And if you don't still do that divine mind, it's as if there's something missing. You can't even place your hand right there. You would always feel it. So that's what we're talking about. And I feel now that we've clarified what we're talking about, it's about for us to see how we can combine the two together. Because the cycle of friends that I have, they are very strong-willed ladies. They are, I don't want to use the word iron benders, no. I don't want to use the word because they are not. There's no iron in their bed, but it's people who are quite very determined. Imagine people who have such kind of ambitions, and then maybe they're being asked to do something different, and you know this is something, if you don't do it, you're going to feel it's a kind of a way. What do you intend to do? How do you think you can, what can you do to combine when you find out that you're not meant to actually, you're not meant to just do what you're doing currently, but you have passion for what you're doing. How do you think you can combine the two? Really, that's what we want to talk about, because we just want to. The other day we talked about, like a few weeks ago, we spoke about how we can give all our best to humanity, so that at least our creator can be grateful. Like, well done, my child. Now, if you find out that that's what you're doing right now is not what you're meant to do, what will you do? The reason why I will come to you first, because Blessing and Biasa perfume, this is their first time in the box. So this is their first time, so I'll come to them last. So I'll come to you first, El. What do you think you're gonna do in the case whereby what you're doing now, you found out after having that communication, and you realize that, okay, actually, I am not meant to do this. I'm meant to do something different. What do you think you're gonna do, El? Are you there? Or you slept off? El, are you there? Okay, okay. So, okay. I think she slept off. I don't know. She said she was sleeping. Just woke up, sorry. But I hope you're not sleeping on our life. So, for me, what I think I would do is I will combine the two, really. I will combine the two. I will combine the two. That's what I will do. I will combine it. I'll combine it because I don't want any of them to lack
Okay. Hello. I think she's saying I will write
in comment
in
section
comment section for now to get my first voice, right?
to get my voice first. So you'll be sleeping and sleeping, enjoying yourself. Ah, I don't envy you anyway. I don't envy you, but enjoy yourself. Okay. But we will still want to, because I got sleepy voice. That's okay. You don't, whether you, that's really okay. Last Saturday you were speaking with a sleepy voice, isn't it? That's okay. When you've worked a very long hours over the week, so it's understandable. So don't bother about sleepy voice. As far as you can understand what you're talking about, that's fine. So I will come to Biasa Perfume. Hello, our new friend that joined us today. So just introduce yourself and tell us what you think you will do. For me, I will combine the two, and that's what I'll be, and I will give my reasons. Introduce yourself and tell us what you think you can do.
Sorry. Hello, Mama.
Hello.
I needed to say something. I actually invited Biasa Perfume. She's my person. Like she's
Oh,
my she's one of my most biggest backup here on TikTok. So
she should
I
come and
tried to bring
support
her
us
here.
as well.
Yeah, she's a very good person. So and she's always busy. In case she does not, I just most times I have to ask her just join, even if you're not doing anything, just stay. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you for, yeah, bringing your community to our community. Thank you. That's really helpful. That's really helpful. Thank you. Who is laughing? Oh, okay, she's laughing. So I will be. Oh, so I will. Elle said I will combine both, do whatever I'm doing as main thing, and find my spare time. Okay, I will do the other things so I don't regret in life why I never tried it. As
Okay.
okay,
Uh, Okay, and in regards to the question, right?
Yeah.
Uh, it's all about you doing a particular thing at the moment, and you get to find out what you're doing isn't what you are meant to be doing in life,
Yeah, what will you do?
right?
Mm-hmm.
And what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Life. It's all about changes, right?
Yeah.
And it said that the only permanent thing in life is change.
Mm-hmm.
So, and life itself, aside change, is all about strategies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you eventually find out that what you're doing at the moment is not sorry, if I'm getting some kind of this is because I'm working on the way. So when you eventually find out that what you're doing is not what you are meant to do,
Yeah.
or as a result of delays, because definitely something must be behind to your reflection. Something must have drawn your attention. It's either what you're doing at the moment is
Mm-hmm.
not working perfectly well,
Mm-hmm.
or you are having events and reasons to say, I am not happy, like the
Mm-hmm.
word to regret, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not happy with what I'm doing at the moment, and things aren't the way I planned it. Because definitely, if you're doing a particular thing and it is working very well,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way you say to yourself that this is not what I'm supposed to be doing,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing something and it's productive, it's lucrative for you, you can't go back and say, I don't want to do this or I don't want to keep doing this, right? You can
Mm-hmm.
only say you're doing back to a particular thing if the present one you're doing
Mm-hmm.
is not working well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what you do at that moment, because life is all about strategies and changes, is
Mm-hmm.
change. It's change. For me, if it is easy for you to carry out a total overhauling of the present system you find yourself and switch over to where you think, where you've had the insight, where
Mm-hmm.
you look at pain, you switch over. That is
Okay.
in as much as there is life, in
Mm-hmm.
as much as there is hope, in as much as we are breathing, no time is late to start all over again. No time is
Mm-hmm.
late to stop. No time is late to stop a particular thing you've gotten yourself into and get into another. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, I had a friend who was actually into provisional business,
Mm-hmm.
and at some time he noticed that the returns aren't that much.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't giving him much profit as he anticipated. So
Mm-hmm.
he literally had to say, okay, fine. He called me. He said, oh, Mark, these are the challenges I've been having for years. I have not really had the opportunity to share with anyone, but I felt
Mm-hmm.
I could just discuss it with you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, or what will you advise that I do?
Mm-hmm.
I asked him first, what else do you have in mind to do?
Mm-hmm.
If you quit doing this right now, what else do you have in mind to do?
Yeah.
And he said, okay, fine. But he's thinking of going into fashion business. Okay, fashion business, how do you want to go into it? He said the problem right now, the challenge right now is that he does not have money to go into it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
after due considerations of his uh, challenge, I told him you do have the money and
Mm-hmm.
you have the will. What what needs of you to do right now is to pick it up and start.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When you
Mm-hmm.
do it, acquire the knowledge of that particular business you want to go into, you want to switch over to, get
Mm-hmm.
a good site for the business.
Mm-hmm.
If it's about the funds, right? Check around, put it on sale. The present business you're doing, don't pick a thing from it. Check if there's anyone you know that can get you money.
Yeah.
You add up to what you sell out from this one, auction what you have,
Mm-hmm.
get
Yeah.
a new business idea and go into it.
Mm-hmm.
And as sorry, I'm a Christian, so I'll use the word God. So as God may have it,
Mm-hmm.
he sold off the former business,
Mm-hmm.
used the proceeds from the former business,
Mm-hmm.
bought a little percentage of goods,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually went into the new business.
Mm-hmm.
And today, he has not only gone to market like 5, 10 times to replace things that he has sold. He
Mm-hmm.
has gone to markets like so many times and is making success.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is like you. This is like a practical example, but not the complete example of doing a particular thing and you find out you are not supposed to be doing that, and you go
Mm-hmm.
into another. So
Mm-hmm.
then also, I had a friend who was in school studying studying medicine and surgery, and I
Mm-hmm.
had another who was studying pharmacy. Those days, right, we were still in the uni,
Mm-hmm.
right? At some point, this other guy said to himself that his course, what we call CGPA, that his course his scores are very low, and he is actually affecting his performance, and he does not want to continue with this course. Now
Mm-hmm.
he's now like he is realizing that what he's doing is not what he's supposed to be doing as a result of the fact that he is not proficient enough. He is not mentally equipped enough.
Okay.
Not really that he does not like or that he does not want to be a pharmacist, right? But you
Mm.
got to understand that the level to which his cycle, his understanding, his intellectuality, and brilliant level can carry him, it's not what it is at the moment. So he
Mm.
felt, okay, fine. At this level where I find myself right now, what can I better switch up to as a course that will build me bigger and maybe further?
Okay.
That was how he decided to say, okay, fine. All right, I'll meet the school authority. He met the school authority, and they said, okay, if you don't want to go into pharmacy anymore, we'll
Mm-hmm.
give you options based on your CGPA level. We'll have industrial chemistry. We'll
Okay.
have a course called biochemistry. We'll have anatomy. And we'll have physiology.
Mm. Okay.
And we also have another one because is it microbiology also then in the uni. So he was like, okay, fine. Since he was good, can he go for a
Okay. It seems like
and
we've got
today,
okay.
hello,
Yeah, we
sorry,
can hear you.
I got a instruction, a call
Gonna
came
bring
into
me
my
up.
phone.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So he eventually are you hearing me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
So he eventually went into the new business and he started progressing, like the business of the academics, right? He started progressing in that course. And, and he ended up graduating with a first class
Mm.
and in biochemistry. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So it was not like he wanted to do biochem, but it was an issue of him knowing uh, right now is not what he's supposed to do anymore. So he
Okay.
started all over, and he graduated as a first class. He graduated with first class in biochemistry,
That's in
and
the new
he
course.
was given an opportunity to either choose to be a lecturer, yeah, a lecturer in the school, or work in a particular hospital the school provided him with. Now, this is like two different examples of you going into something and knowing this is not what you're supposed to do. Then I'll give you the last example of a friend who I knew very well was into ICT, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing very well. All of a sudden, things changed for him. Customers were no longer coming, but he was still very intelligent with the technology, knowledge, universities, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what did he do? He went to his leader, who is like his mentor. The mentor asked him, commit everything to God. Now he went on with some spiritual engagements that was the call fasting and prayers. He started praying for a period of time, and before he know what is happening, he started ministering.
Mm.
For still going for evangelism, speaking to people, preaching, and all of that. And as he pretended to evangelize to people, preach to people,
Mark Rich,
how the
your
people want
network is
to
just doing network is
that
just doing up.
place
It's
and all
playing
of
up.
that. And long story short, 10 minutes, please. He said he's coming back in 10 minutes time. Yeah, that's 10 minutes. Back in 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So yeah,
okay, are you hearing me?
yeah, we
Hello, are
can
you
hear
there?
you.
Hello, are you there?
Yes, we can
Hello,
hear
are you
you.
hearing me? Okay, so he ended up because network is actually distorted. So he ended up seeing himself ministry, and he started his own ministry on the process. So this is
Okay.
like the mandate divinely changed him. The other ones, they practically changed their own desires. And the first person was an issue of having a different goal, and situations actually changed him into facing himself in different parts, and he strategized himself. So these are ways it can happen. So if it doesn't work out how you want it, you switch.
Yeah. Okay.
Switch, but don't live with everything you have on you. Switch with a percentage and hope that it gets
Okay.
better. So that's all I can say. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for the input. That was very lengthy, but there are a lot to learn from there. So some of the things I unpicked from what you said is they're already doing something different, but then circumstances change. Some of them choose what to do, some of them didn't choose, the circumstance chose for them. But the main point that you said is that they did well. So that's now to say that sometimes the things we are doing that we are not even getting the kind of result that we want might be because that's not what we are meant to be doing, from what you said. And a lot of us here that have heard your scenarios can also unpick some few things, they may have also heard, or analyze it in a different way. But again, I've unpicked quite a few, but obviously a time it will limit me to say everything that I learned from that story. But again, it's just about knowing that there's no limit to what we can do, and it's never too late to try it. So user X, just a brief one. Now, for those of you joining us now, what we're discussing is how how can you combine. Okay, so in a very short statement is divine mandate versus personal goal. What will you do if you find out that what you're doing currently is not what you're meant to do in the first place? For example, I'm a Christian. You find out that okay, you've got a different mandate from your creator, and then however you have passion for what you're doing. The question is, what will you do? For me, I said I will combine the two. If I have passion for something that I'm doing, and obviously it's something that I think I combine with what I'm doing, why not? I would do it. Unless you can see that the two things are causing friction to each other, then it's a different discussion altogether. But when you see that this is something that they can actually go hand in hand, why not join that together? Why wouldn't I want to join it together? So this is why this is what we are discussing today. um I think I was coming to Biasa perfume before Mark Rich came up. Biasa perfume, what do you think? What would you do, and why will you do that?
Can you hear me? My network is kind of bad. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you clearly, by your saxophone. I hear you clearly. Okay. My creatures, Tuma from Bayelsa. My creature said almost everything.
Mm,
To some extent, I agree with you to some extent, and I also agree with you. It depends on what I'm doing, though.
mm,
It depends on what I'm doing. I can leave one for another. If I know that I'm doing well in this particular kind of thing, and I know I've discovered my purpose or what to do, I can match the both of them.
mm-hmm,
One thing I always pray for, Christian, one thing I always pray for is for me to discover my purpose. I
mm-hmm,
should know that I want to know this part. If this thing is for me, so I can push further. So
mm-hmm,
at the end of the day, I don't want to make mistake, and this is something I love, and even it, I know it will bring pain to me. So I
mm-hmm.
always pray that for my purpose. And if it's something that I cannot leave, I'm going to match the both of them. But if it's something that I'm doing that I know that it's not working for me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start over again. Because it's better to start over again than being stuck in one place and not moving forward. It's
Exactly.
better to start all over again and
Exactly. Exactly.
that's what I can say.
Yeah. Thank you for that input. Thank you so much for that input. It's better to start. And again, that's what I'm. That's just for you. That's exactly what we say. Just imagine you're doing something different that is like way, when those days my head is no longer, I no longer have those physics statements in my head. They said two parallel line. When you're already something doing something different and the mandate is something different, how can you, there are two parallel lines, how can they actually come together? It's to be difficult to join. Thank you for that input. However, when you've looked at it and you've seen that it's something you can actually join together, why not? Thank you for the input. So I will come to Blessing. Blessing, what would you do, and what do you think? What was the reason behind what you would do?
Okay, good evening
And
from
introduce
wherever
yourself. This is your first
you're
time.
joining from. It's my first time streaming today with her, so I don't have much to say, but I will give an example. When we talk about personal goals or vision, I think is related to environment. For example, when you're living in an environment that probably in your house, your dad, your mom, your siblings are medical doctors, and you desire to dress like them. They go out every morning to work, and you have this passion like, I would love to be like mommy, I'd like to be like daddy, I'd like to be like my brother. He goes to work to save lives and all the rest of it. Before you know it, you want to study medicine in order to save life just because of your parent do
Yeah,
that. And
yeah.
that's why environment has impact on what we call personal goals and vision. Then another thing I want to say is that what we call godly potential being under the divine mandate. Every person, every individual has a godly potential which was deposited in from God to every child, everyone being born. Because these godly potentials, these are things you can do effortlessly without stress.
Yeah.
For example,
I like
I
talking.
studied medicine due
I like
to
talking.
my hello, can you hear me?
Yes, you can hear you. I'm responding to what you just said, that I like talking. There's some things you can do effortlessly. I like talking.
Okay. Okay, so for example, and I studied medicine due to my parents we are medical doctors, we are going out to save life every day. And I found out that I actually got trained in that aspect and I have knowledge about it, but I wasn't fulfilled. Each time I would think call upon to come out to save life, I was like, oh my God, I'm tired, patient every day. They should take medication, they should take this and that. Then I found out that when I'm talking to people, for example, head talk, public health, and health educates people, I do that effortlessly. Marketing, I do that effortlessly. Now, how do I combine these two things together as a medical doctor, as a health educator, or as a marketer? Okay, and I work in an organization, being in a hospital. What do I do? I can put in more